Welcome back to our series on digestive issues, stomach issues, and specifically today on hydrochloric acid issues. I'm your host, Dr. Mitch Kahn. Very happy to be back with you. Thank you for watching, and I hope you get a lot out of this video. There's a lot of information here, so you may want to look at it more than once. Okay, so hydrochloric acid. What are we talking about here? What are some of the symptoms of not having enough, or in some cases too much, but generally speaking, most of us have not enough. Some of the issues here with hydrochloric acid deficiency are bad breath, all right? And I'm sure the people around you will let you know if that's an issue. What else? How about bloating? You eat a meal, a big meal, or not so big, and you feel like your stomach is bigger, or you can actually see your stomach bigger. It just blows up. You know, you feel heavy, you don't feel that good. That's a hydrochloric acid issue. What else? Flatulence, burping, either end also is a hydrochloric acid issue in most cases. And how about the tongue? If you have a white coating on your tongue, that is an indication of a hydrochloric acid issue. Another one, a big one, is cramping. You can have muscle cramps anywhere in your body, all over your body, any area. Also, frequently a hydrochloric acid issue. Why? Well, in order to allow your body to absorb calcium and certain other minerals, you need hydrochloric acid. If you don't have enough, your body's not going to absorb these minerals, and you're going to end up with cramping. So those are just some of the symptoms. Now there's another huge one which has become hugely popular in the United States, and I've seen plenty of patients lately with it. I've spoken to other doctors in the alternative health field, and they've agreed with me on this subject, and I'll tell you what I'm talking about in a second, actually with this diagnosis. And I'm talking here about acid reflux. Now I've gotten a lot of patients in lately who come in and they're diagnosed with acid reflux. Their doctor tells them they have too much acid in their stomach, and they're giving them these pills, and they're taking them, excuse me, and they still don't feel good. You know, they don't feel right. What I've found, and other doctors have found, is about 90% of these patients, it's not too much hydrochloric acid at all. It's actually not enough. So I know it can be confusing, because acid reflux is when acid from your stomach comes back up into your trachea and your esophagus, and it burns it, and it's a very, very uncomfortable feeling. You become afraid to eat, you don't know what to eat anymore, and it's something that I don't wish on anybody. But what happens is these doctors are telling the patients that it's too much hydrochloric acid, and it's not. In about 90+% of the time, the cases, it's too little. Well, how is this possible? I'll tell you how. So let's say you eat a meal, and it goes into your stomach in a ball, or called a bolus. It's sitting there. There's very little hydrochloric acid, not enough to break it down, and it just sits there, and it sits there day after day. Maybe a week goes by or more. The food is sitting there in your stomach. What do you think happens to that food? Imagine you have the same food and it's sitting here on the desk for a week or more than a week. Imagine for a minute what would happen. If you ever left food out, you know. It starts to smell, right? There's a bad breath. It starts to putrefy, it breaks down. It actually will start breaking down on its own, and it'll create acid on its own. And that's what the burning is in the stomach. And your body is very intelligent. It's trying to get this food out of there. It gets desperate at this point, and it starts pushing, it starts contracting your stomach. It's a muscle, your stomach, and it contracts. And that acid and that undigested food starts coming back up the wrong way, and you get terrible taste in your mouth as well. It's not a fun picture, but the solution, the answer to this problem is you need more hydrochloric acid, and we've been very, very successful in treating this, and so have other doctors who use a similar type of discipline. So those are some of the symptoms that you can expect with not enough hydrochloric acid. Now, what are some of the ways you may be able to help yourself on your own? Well, there's several things you can do. There's an old folk remedy, which is using apple cider vinegar. You mix it with water. You could look on the bottle to see exactly how to use it, and you drink it once a day, and it will aid in digestion. Another one, somewhat similar, squeezing lemon in water and drinking it once or twice a day will also help you with digestion. And yet there's a third one, which is an old remedy that goes back thousands and thousands of years. And what's that? That's eating bitters. Now you take certain plants, or you can go to the store, a health food store, and buy a bottle of bitters, and you put it in your mouth, and what it does, it tastes bitter, and it triggers your stomach to start making hydrochloric acid. It's brilliant, okay? So here you are, now your stomach it knows, it's triggered, it starts doing it. Generally, even thousands of years ago, they knew to do this about 15-20 minutes before the meal, and it works very, very well. Now, another way to handle this, which of course we do in our office, is using supplementation. A good hydrochloric acid supplement or a good digestive supplement will also make huge changes in a person's health. I've seen miracles, miracle after miracle, just helping somebody, supplementing them so that they start digesting their food. Because what happens? Well, if you're not digesting your food properly, or you're not digesting it at all, then you're not absorbing the nutrients your body needs to be healthy, the vitamins, the minerals, protein, fats, etc. So your body is basically starving. It's starving for good food. It's starving for the nutrients in that food. So you're going to have all kinds of symptoms. Now, if you supplement the person or help them, all of a sudden the food's breaking down now. Things are starting to work right. You know, they're starting to flow. Your body's starting to absorb the food, and all of a sudden the person's feeling better and better and better, which of course that's what we want. So that is basically some of the ways you can help yourself with a problem with hydrochloric acid. Now, let me know how you like the video. If you have any questions or you're not sure about something, you can always email me at drmitchk@gmail.com, or you can call my office. Let me know how you like these, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day.
I like to eat apples and bananas. I like to eat apples and bananas. I like to eat apples and bananas.